Well, it looks like tonight I was proven right once again. If you guys have been listening to me coming out of WrestleMania 33, we all know Seth Rollins went into that match with huge question marks against Triple H in Orlando. We all knew Seth Rollins and how his knee would hold up was a huge question mark in itself. We didn't know whether he would bounce back at all and be the Seth Rollins that he was before the knee injury. Because I know the Rollins that held the WWE title and the US title, that Seth Rollins, who held both of those titles at the same time, that was Seth Rollins at the top of his game. Seth Rollins tonight proved me right. And I'm just speaking in terms of Monday Night Raw in itself. Seth Rollins has been the best in-ring performer coming out of WrestleMania 33 on Monday Night Raw. There is nobody even in his league. And I mean that wholeheartedly. I have soured on Seth Rollins, babyface Seth Rollins. I've soured on babyface Seth Rollins because I think he is just a natural heel. But you cannot take away the fact that Seth Rollins is probably, after tonight, I said it myself, easily one of the best wrestlers in the world. Easily. His storytelling, his emotion, his passion, his athleticism, everything he does in the ring is a rarity. It really is. And it made me honestly think, man, I wonder what Seth Rollins could do against the likes of Kenny Omega. Man, I wonder what Seth Rollins can do against the likes of a Shinsuke Nakamura. Man, I wonder what Seth Rollins can do against AJ Styles on SmackDown Live. Seth Rollins tonight in that Gauntlet match, no matter if you like him or not, there was an agenda behind Seth Rollins in that Gauntlet match tonight. This is just not a storyline for someone who wants to make himself the face of Monday Night Raw. This is not Seth Rollins looking to make Monday Night Raw Monday Night Rollins. None of that cheesy, hokey, commercial t-shirt garbage. It's none of that shit. Tonight was a huge moment for Seth Rollins, and I hope to God it opened up the eyes of Vince McMahon tonight, and I hope it really opened up Vince McMahon's mind to be welcoming to other ideas besides the more predictable one that is Reigns and Lesnar for the Universal title. Nobody wants to see that match. I didn't mind it at 31 because what we got in the end was probably one of the better WrestleMania main events I've ever seen. And with the cash in from Rollins and just how the entire match was planned out with Reigns and Lesnar, I think everything was brilliantly planned out. That match was fucking great. But what we got at 31 is not going to be the same thing we're going to get at 34. At 31, I could at least stomach Roman Reigns, where he was in a match with Brock Lesnar, and, I would have been upset if he beat Brock Lesnar then, but it's going to be 5 times as worse now, because we know what WWE has done. We've seen this coming for years, and it's just going to be nauseating garbage. It's going to be a politically driven agenda that we all know WWE is just out for the fans' approval to get this guy over with the fans. We're going to make him the champion. We're going to coronate him as the guy, right? It's bullshit. It's all bullshit. Lesnar versus Reigns at 34 is not going to even be close to what they did at 31. So why would I want to sit through that trash? I don't. And I'm sure you guys don't want to as well. What I do want to see is a man in Seth Rollins who is seeking redemption. What I do want to see is a man be placed amongst a Lesnar and a Reigns at WrestleMania. I want to see a match with all 3 guys that have unfinished business. Rollins beat Reigns tonight. Reigns is more than likely going to win the Elimination Chamber. There's no way in fucking hell that Roman Reigns is walking out a loser in the Elimination Chamber. There's no way. There's no way. Or maybe he will. Maybe Rollins wins it and Reigns finds himself in the match regardless. I have no fucking idea. I have no idea. But I doubt that WWE is going to go against their plans for Reigns and Lesnar. I want to see Rollins, Reigns, and Lesnar at WrestleMania for the simple fact that I think tonight was there was some underlying agenda with Seth Rollins tonight. You're not going to put him on Monday Night Raw and have him beat Reigns. You're not going to put him on Raw and have him beat Cena in the same fucking night. You're not going to have Rollins go an hour and almost 10 minutes on Monday Night Raw if you aren't going to be utilizing him in a prime situation at WrestleMania. Now, before some fucking idiot quotes me or mistakenly quotes me, I have been pushing for a Rollins Angle match at WrestleMania because it makes sense. When one bridge falls, WWE can construct another one with Angle. You see, the Jason Jordan bridge collapsed because he was injured. He got surgery. He's going to miss WrestleMania. WWE has what we call storyline continuation in Angle. You can replace Jordan with Angle's father, being that Rollins was teaming with Angle's son. It all kind of coincides with one another, and it still makes sense. You get Rollins in a big-time Mania match. You get Angle making a WrestleMania return. It's a win-win situation for everybody. But Angle could also be plugged in to team with Ronda Rousey and continue his storyline with Stephanie and Triple H stemming from Survivor Series. I'd rather them do that. And I'd rather see Rollins in the main event of WrestleMania against Lesnar and Roman Reigns. Simply because I don't want to see Roman and Brock Lesnar one-on-one. It's not going to be as special as it was at 34. I don't want to see Roman spear Lesnar once, inevitably winning the fucking title in a shit match that I know nobody is going to be pleased with. At least if you add Rollins into the mix with Reigns and Lesnar, A, we'll get a great Universal Championship match. B, you don't have to pin Brock Lesnar. If you wanted Reigns to win the title at WrestleMania, he could do it against Seth. And Roman can get his revenge on Seth Rollins for what he did to him at WrestleMania 31. Everything comes full circle. Now, if I'm talking out of my ass, please correct me. But you know I'm making sense. I think tonight, with Seth Rollins, there was an underlying agenda that we really don't know of yet for WrestleMania. I think Rollins was fantastic tonight, and Rollins proved me right. Even though I knew how great of a wrestler he is, Rollins proved me right. I've stated, and if you guys have been watching me, you know I've said it. I said the same thing about Sasha fucking Banks. Seth Rollins coming out of WrestleMania 33 had huge question marks. Nobody knew if Rollins was going to be the Rollins of old. You know, the Rollins that held both WWE and US titles at the same time. That was Rollins at his peak. He was a heel and at his peak. Rollins coming out of WrestleMania, we didn't know if he was going to maintain his health. We didn't know if the knee was going to hold up. We didn't know if he would ever return to that Seth Rollins of old. Oh, he has. He has. He might be just a cunt hair slower, but Rollins is there. And Rollins has been the best in-ring performer in WWE on Raw coming out of WrestleMania. No one is even in his stratosphere. Nobody. And honestly got me thinking, I wonder what Rollins can do against a Kenny Omega. I wonder what Rollins could do against a Shinsuke Nakamura. I wonder what Seth Rollins could do against an AJ Styles in a main program on SmackDown Live. I say if Rollins doesn't win the Universal Championship, get him over to SmackDown and get him in a program with AJ Styles for the WWE title. You would jump for joy over a fucking feud like that. That's a feud. That's a match. That's a program that could carry any fucking show on any planet in any part of the world. But I'm hearing rumors that AJ might be moving to Monday Night Raw because you know Vince wants AJ on Raw. And if that's the case, you're going to have to give me Rollins and a Samoa Joe or a Finn Balor. to compensate for losing Seth Rollins, to compensate for losing AJ Styles on SmackDown Live. That's the only way you're going to do that. But I do think there was an underlying, agenda here with Seth Rollins. The Gauntlet match for the first hour was fantastic. Reigns and Cena against Rollins was great fucking television. I would even go out on a limb to say that was the best 1 hour of Monday Night Raw that we've seen all year. All year. That first hour of Raw was probably the best first hour of Raw we've seen for the entire year of 2018 so far. Obviously, the match slowed down when Rollins got eliminated. Then we got Elias and Finn Balor, and we got The Miz. Then we got Braun Strowman doing rinse and repeat. Same old shit that he does. So the match kind of took a nosedive. Not a big one, but it lost its momentum when Rollins got eliminated. Other than that, it was still a great match. But, people don't like to hear the truth when I go off on Twitter. The reason I say things is because I know what is to come. The Gauntlet match, it's WWE's way of covering up actually working and making a good show. They put 7 of their guys in one match to fill almost an hour and 45 minutes of Monday Night Raw. If you don't see the issue in that, I don't know what to fucking tell you. I really don't. Yeah, it was a good show, but how many weeks can we utilize 7 guys to fill up an hour and 45 minutes of their flagship show for 3 hours? You can't do that every week. You know what I thought of when I seen these 7 guys take up almost 2 hours of this show? And correct me if I'm wrong, or please call me out if you think I'm fucking lunatic crazy here. WWE went back to dual-branded pay-per-views. This doesn't mean Raw versus SmackDown. It means Raw and SmackDown matches are going to be on the same pay-per-view. We don't know if those pay-per-views are going to be extended from 3 to 4 hours yet. That has not been confirmed yet. So I'm going under the assumption that we're still working under a 3-hour pretense. WWE used 7 of their top guys on Raw to fill 2 hours of this show on a random Monday night. What do you think is going to happen when both brands need to get their top tier talent on a 3-hour show on a random Sunday night? Your mid-card is better off fucking dead. There will be no mid-card. You think all those women that were in the main event of Monday Night Raw tonight are going to get pay-per-view time? Nope. Half of that division won't even be fucking on pay-per-view. So obviously, I'm thinking ahead here. The 2 hours that this Gauntlet match took up on Monday Night Raw is a precursor to what you are inevitably going to see when WWE switches over to a dual-branded pay-per-view schedule after WrestleMania. That concerns me. That's why I said what I said on Twitter. Yes, I do think WWE put on a great match. But at the same time, on the same fucking token, I do think WWE got creatively lazy. They relied on 7 guys that they know are going to be in the main event on pay-per-view Sunday night to get them through this show. And they really didn't have any desire to book anything else on this show. And Elimination Chamber pretty much sold itself. Lazy. It's WWE uncreative. There's a problem with that. There's a problem with using 7 guys tonight and you sitting there enjoying it. This is a great show. This is a great match. But you aren't thinking like I'm thinking. I'm thinking 5, 6, 7 steps ahead of where you're already fucking watching Raw. I'm thinking what's to come in May. 7 guys can be booked to fill 2 hours of this show. What do you think is going to happen when they have to book a 3-hour show with both fucking brands and both brands' top talent? It's going to be an issue. Your mid-card is dead. Your mid-card is fucking dead. Other than that, I stayed awake. For this show. I didn't have the urge to fall asleep. I guess that's a win-win for me, right? Gauntlet match we're going to go over. But that's my thoughts on that. Cena proclaiming that, he's got to find his way into WrestleMania somehow. Inevitably, he's going to be against The Undertaker. All signs, all roads point to The Undertaker. Reigns being eliminated first in this gauntlet match, inevitably he's going to win the chamber match. You're not going to eliminate Roman Reigns first in a gauntlet match and then have him go into the chamber and then lose again. No, it's not going to happen that way. We've seen a taste of Balor and The Miz in this gauntlet match. That is potentially right now where they're going with the Intercontinental Championship for WrestleMania. Braun, I don't know where they go with Braun Strowman. If he doesn't team with Ronda, if they don't utilize Angle in that role, if Braun doesn't team with Ronda either, I could see Braun winning the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, being that there's going to be more focus, more of a spotlight on that match, being that the Andre documentary is coming out on HBO, and they're going to really build that up and generate hype for that. So what better way than for this Andre special to come out than having Braun Strowman, their giant of 2018, their giant of the modern era, win the whole fucking thing. You know? It'll be an accolade for him. I could see that happening. The only one that really looked out of place tonight, and he's really been a superstar on Monday Night Raw, has been Elias. I don't see Elias doing anything in the chamber. I mean, he's going to be in the chamber coming in at number 7. He's going to be the last one to enter. Meaning he's probably going to be strumming his guitar and singing a fucking tune during the match inside the chamber pod. That's going to be Elias' role inside the chamber. I don't see him getting an elimination. I don't see him winning the match at all. I don't even see him coming close to winning the match. He's just going to be in there because, you know, it gives him a rub to be next to those guys. It puts him in a prime situation, and it sets him up. It's a stepping stone. Elias is using, or WWE's putting Elias in this match to use him as a stepping stone to get him to the next level. He's not going to win it. He's going to be entertaining like he's been, but it's going to be used to get him to the next plateau and hopefully some championship gold around his waist later in the year. The women's division on this show is absolutely fucking dreadful. Dreadful. I make one tweet about the women's division, and I got total diva fangirls coming at me, wanting my fucking cock and balls, wanting my head on a stick, ready to fucking fillet it, barbecue it, and fucking throw it on the grill. Dana Brooke tweets out tonight, or today rather, earlier this afternoon. She's like, hello. According to my numbers, the men have 7 superstars in their chamber. Therefore, I should be included. 7 women. Oh, wait. Invisible woman again. Or just overlooking pure talent. Hashtags. Numbers don't lie, WWE. Raw. Titus Worldwide. And she tweeted at WWE. Listen, honey, Dana Brooke, I don't know what to tell you. According to my numbers, you are god-awful. According to my numbers, you're lucky to even be employed by WWE. According to my numbers, what you do in between those ropes means nothing to anybody. You have 0 value to this division. So, unless WWE, for the sake of making another first time ever, adds this woman to the Elimination Chamber on the pre-show, please muzzle her, duct tape her mouth, shut her up. Nobody wants to see her in the ring. Nobody with a fucking brain thinks that Dana Brooke has pure talent. Dana Brooke and the word talent don't even belong in the same sentence. Give me a break. Dana Brooke is barely hanging on to her job. That's why they stuck with fucking Titus Catering. They had nothing else to do with Dana Brooke. Yet she wants to be in the Elimination Chamber. A, there are women in the chamber match that already don't even belong in the chamber. Now you want to add another one who doesn't belong in the chamber? B, if she goes into the chamber, is she going to have any effect at all? She'll probably end up being the first one eliminated from the Elimination Chamber. Come on. WWE, I don't know how stupid you think I am. I don't know how stupid you think your audience is, but please correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't Alexa Bliss team with Mickie James last week to go against Absolution, Mandy Rose, and Sonya Deville? So what does WWE do this week? They assume that we forgot literally 7 days ago. WWE teams up Alexa with Absolution tonight. WWE teams up Alexa Bliss with the women she was wrestling last week, this week, to go against the woman who she teamed with last week in Mickie James. Now, I don't know what WWE's logic here is. I don't know who is booking these shows. Maybe they have fucking road talent that they have on reserve where they go to these cities. Maybe they have creative writers in Phoenix tonight. Maybe they got creative writers in fucking Tennessee on one night. It's like these people don't realize what they fucking did only 7 days ago. It's like they got fucking idiots booking this show. Yeah, I'm supposed to care about a revolution or an evolution of a women's division that is clearly fucking miserable. How am I supposed to care about a women's division if there's logic holes like there was tonight in this match? I don't understand why I should care about Mickie James teaming with Alexa one week and then going up against her this week, only to have Alexa befriend Mickie James at the end of the match. What am I watching? What am I watching? This women's division is so boring. Even Michael Cole can't even find enthusiasm for this show or for this division during their matches. If he showed just as much enthusiasm during the men's matches for the women's matches, maybe they'd be a little bit better off. But nobody can find enthusiasm because WWE has sucked all the enthusiasm from this women's division with these fucking 6-woman tags. WWE is doing whatever the fuck they're doing with this women's chamber match. We got Sonya Deville and we got Mandy Rose. We got friends. We got Sasha and Bayley. They're friends. Now Alexa and Mickie James. They're friends. Excuse me? There's no friends here. If I'm Mandy Rose or Sonya Deville, bitch, you ain't my friend on Sunday night. I'm winning the fucking title. If I'm Bayley, bitch, you ain't my fucking friend. I'm winning the fucking title. Mickie James, bitch, Alexa, you ain't friending me for Sunday night. I'm taking your fucking title. What is going on here? Everyone should be fucking taking their talons out and scratching and clawing each other's eyes out for the women's championship. Do you know how you devalue the title by this fucking garbage storyline that you're telling? Why is anybody friends with anybody? You did the same thing for the Rumble. Everybody's fucking friends. What happened? Every woman for himself. You didn't push that agenda. I don't see anybody here fucking wanting the title. Why is there even a fucking title if nobody is making it the most important thing in that division? No, but I'm the fucking idiot that's too critical of the product though, right? Fuck out of here. Nobody watches the show like I do. It's all a bowl of fucking Lucky Charms to everybody. Magically delicious, right? There's gonna be a bowl of Lucky Charms at the end of the fucking rainbow for all these fucking casuals out there. Meanwhile, I say one or two bad things about the show, and I got fucking people calling for my head. If you are a sensitive fucking cunt, please unfollow me on Twitter. Please. Please. I'm sorry that I am dropping truth bombs on you. I'm sorry I'm shattering your dreams. I'm sorry I'm fucking shattering your desires for professional wrestling. I'm sorry that somebody in the community isn't all about fucking sunshine and rainbows and fucking happiness and smiles and butterflies. Get over it! Get over it! I'm here to make a fucking difference! If you want to see some fucking pussy watch this show and have absolutely nothing bad to say about it, please, by all means, go and watch them. Go and watch them. You're also one of them fucking people, I'm sure, who bend over and take a fucking dildo in the ass, too. Willingly. With a smile right across your fucking face. I'm not here to fucking sugarcoat anything, man. The only sugar I want is a fucking dash of sugar in my morning coffee. You want to come here? You listen to fucking truth. Off the script, and this fucking show every Monday and Tuesday is your black coffee. bitter, strong, direct. Don't come at me on Twitter and say I bitch and moan. Motherfucker, I'm the smartest one in this community. Believe me. Believe me. Fuck out of here, man. Got fucking Roman fans coming at me. I got Diva fans coming at me. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You don't like it? Don't watch. Don't monitor my Twitter. And you know the funny thing is, these people are following me. What the fuck are you following me for? Why are you following me if what I say is so bad? If you don't agree with anything that I say, then they take what I say and then they fucking go start drama on some other fucking irrelevant podcast. Right? Fucking ridiculous, man. People are fucking out of their mind. Bored with their life. Now you gotta fucking watch JD's Twitter, pick a fight with him, get benched, and then you want to go talk shit. Well, JD benched me because I didn't like the Seth Rollins match with Cena and Reigns. No. You know how many people came to me and told me tonight that wrestling was fake? That's an instant benching to you. An instant benching. Please. Why don't you go to House of Glory and ask Chris Seaton how he fucking tore his fucking ankle up? By coming off the top rope. You want to tell him it's fucking fake after he's going to be out for 7 months? Fucking bullshit. Says Seth Rollins and what he did in the ring was fake tonight. That's the tweet I got. Seth Rollins is a good choreographed performer. He's doing fake wrestling. Yeah, I'm sure. Why don't you go ask Seth Rollins what kept him out for fucking 8 months and made him miss WrestleMania 30, you fucking prick. Yeah, wrestling's fake though, right? Motherfucker. That's an instant fucking benching. You come at me and tell me wrestling is fake. Go fuck yourself. Go tell Edge it's fake. Go tell Owen Hart it's fucking fake. Go tell everybody else that's been injured it's fake. Go tell John Cena it's been fake. You fucking idiot. Go tell everybody that's ever injured themselves it's been fake. Go tell Finn Balor it's fucking fake. Ridiculous. Motherfucker. Go tell Steve Austin after he broke his fucking neck how wrestling is fake. People piss me off, man. Don't even know what I'm ranting about. There really is nothing else to talk about this show. There really is nothing. This was a one-match show with 2 fillers. Gauntlet match was fucking great, though. Gauntlet match was great. Match started off with Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. Rollins comes off the top rope with a frog splash. Reigns rolled out of the way. Then they're in the middle of the ring. They're trading blows in the middle of the ring. Reigns gets sent to the floor. Rollins runs the ropes, nails a suicide dive. Rollins' suicide dives, I don't know what they are, but they're god-awful. I'd rather him not even do it. Because I always feel when he comes down, he's going to nail his fucking leg on the concrete or the padding or something, and he's going to blow his knee out. If it's not going to have an impact, then why even do it? Look at Samoa Joe's suicide dives. That's a suicide dive. Go look at Ember Moon's suicide dive on NXT last week. That's a fucking suicide dive. Rollins and his suicide dives are just as bad as Ambrose. They're god-awful. So he nails not 1 but 2 suicide dives. Rollins brings it back into the ring. Rollins springboards in. Reigns nails him with a Superman punch in the midair. Reigns with a close 2 count. Reigns gets ready as Rollins is trying to get up. Reigns charges, but Rollins kicks him. I guess he was going for the spear. Reigns avoids the blackout. I guess that's what they're calling it now. They're not even calling it the curb stomp. Michael Cole's calling it the stomp. The knee. Can we give names to these fucking moves? They sound a lot better when it's just being projected off commentary. So Reigns avoids the blackout. Rolls Rollins up for a 2 count. Rollins counters and rolls Reigns up for a pin. I was shocked. I thought Rollins was actually going to lose this one. Reigns was eliminated. He couldn't believe it. Reigns and Rollins were about to do the fist bump. John Cena comes out, and Cena enters at number 3 in this gauntlet match. This was even better than what we got with Reigns. Cena and Rollins put on an absolute fucking clinic in the ring towards the end of this particular match here. Rollins is in dangerous position in an AA. He rolls Cena up for a 2 count, evades the AA. Rollins with a crossface, gets a crossface on Cena. Cena powers up, counters, again the AA does Rollins. He tried to go for another AA. Cena just kind of went back to that well once, twice, 3, 4 times. He went for the AA. He gets him up in the AA. Rollins counters it again, hits an enziguri. Rollins goes to the top, hits a frog splash, 2 count. Cena powers up again. Nails the AA this time, but Rollins somehow kicks out. Cena can't believe it. Nobody can believe it. It was a very, very close near fall. Michael Cole called for a replay. He couldn't believe it. He thought it was a 3 count. Fans, a few times during Rollins' 1-hour marathon tonight, started to chant, "Burn it down." Rollins is fucking over, man. Like I said, I think this is a political agenda. Or there's some inside story here that they're building with Rollins. I think Rollins really pushed himself into the main event of WrestleMania tonight. And if not, that's a damn shame. Cena goes to the top. Rollins runs up, hits a superplex, and then rolls through with the Falcon's Arrow. One of the prettiest moves that you'll see in WWE. Cena avoids the blackout, applies the STF. Rollins makes it to the bottom rope to break the hold. Cena ends up getting the STF applied again, and Rollins gets to the bottom rope. Rollins rolls to the outside, creates some separation between he and Cena. Cena ends up on the top with Rollins on his shoulders. Rollins fights out to the mat. Cena with a crossbody. Rollins rolls through. Rollins powers Cena on his shoulders and hits Cena's AA. Just like Cena does. Cena kicked out of his own finishing move. I was like, what the fuck? Everybody was going crazy at this point. This was fucking great shit. This was a pay-per-view caliber match right here in this Gauntlet match. Rollins goes back to the top for a Phoenix Splash, lands on his feet. How he landed on his feet after already wrestling close to an hour at this point, I have no fucking idea. Cena moved out of the way. Cena ends up hitting the AA. Rollins counters with another AA and hits the big stomp on Cena. Rollins crawls over, makes the pin. Cena eliminated. Rollins, at this point, had everybody believing that he was going to last all the way to the fucking end here. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I do have what John Cena said about Seth Rollins here. Rollins was put over big time by John Cena tonight after he lost. Listen to this.
John, obviously a tough loss here for you tonight. How do you plan on picking up the pieces moving forward into Sunday's Elimination Chamber?
Well, first of all, I'm taking nothing away from Seth Rollins. It takes a certain breed of individual to label himself Mr. Monday Night. And Seth has all the attributes to absolutely stake that claim, but his focus is solely on being Mr. Monday Night. I made a sympathetic mistake in there, which I shouldn't have. I was amazed by his resiliency and bravery. But at the same time, and I think it's globally known that I'm trying to balance a lot of things at once. And a superstar like Seth Rollins can focus his attention on this and only this, and I still have to find my way of trying to do everything at once. And I'm not saying it's impossible, and if they got the right person to do it, I'm not going to give up and I'm going to keep trying. But this is a call to action to myself, because Sunday it's not one man, it's every man in the chamber, and it's a brutal structure that the chamber is. And I've said it, I need to win the Elimination Chamber, or for the first time in a decade and a half, I don't have a road to WrestleMania. So I got 6 days to sort myself out. I'm gonna get to work.
Best of luck on Sunday.
You see, Cena put over Rollins, but he also kind of made an excuse for himself. Like, it's globally known that he's got all this shit on his plate. That he's not, solely concentrated on the Elimination Chamber. He's got this, and this to worry about. Meanwhile, Rollins has only the Elimination Chamber and only, the WWE title to worry about. It's like, dude, you lost. Clearly, Rollins is the better man. Simple as that. Collect yourself, dust yourself off, and go back into the chamber and try again. So it's like he put him over, but then he also made a lame excuse for himself as to why he didn't win either. It's like, dude, you lost. Rollins was the better man. That's it. I lost tonight. Rollins was the better man. I'm going to try it again in the chamber. I have to win. Otherwise, I don't have a road to WrestleMania. He made an excuse for himself. I didn't like that. Anyway, moving on here. Rollins, at this point, fucking dead to the world after almost an hour and 10 minutes between Cena and Reigns. And by the way, the commercials during these first two matches, I wanted to fucking gouge my eyes out. It's like literally they took a commercial every 6 minutes. Why? By By 8:30, we went through 6 commercial breaks already. That's not necessary. That's not necessary at all. Anyway, Cena lost. Cena was eliminated from the Gauntlet. Out comes Elias. He runs to the ring, immediately covers a dead-to-the-world Seth Rollins. Went right for a fucking pinfall. He ends up pinning Rollins, which was just academic at this point. Nailed the drift away for the pin. Rollins was eliminated from the Gauntlet match. Everybody gave Rollins a standing ovation. He stumbled out of the ring. He was hopping on one leg. I think he was just selling the effects of being in there for an hour. Referees carried him to the back. Unbelievable showing by Seth Rollins tonight on Monday Night Raw. He was actually interviewed as well by Renee Young. This is what Rollins had to say after he was eliminated by Elias. And I do like this whole presentation tonight with the Gauntlet match was very, very good. WWE treated it as serious. You know, it was a great match. It wasn't incredible like people were saying, because after Rollins got eliminated, the match quality did go down. But I do like that WWE, with everyone that was eliminated, did the picture-in-picture thing, old school style, with Renee interviewing all the losers about what they went through in the Gauntlet match and where their mindset is going into the Elimination Chamber. I did like that little touch that they did on Monday Night Raw tonight. Seth Rollins goes 1 hour and 10 minutes on Monday Night Raw, and this is what he had to say to Renee Young after he was eliminated by Elias.
Seth, an incredible performance from you tonight in the Gauntlet match for an hour and 5 minutes, defeating both Roman Reigns and John Cena. What from tonight can you take away to apply to Elimination Chamber this Sunday?
I mean, yeah, you know what? I pinned 2 of the best in the world. 2 of the best all time back to back in one night. And I guess that's something, that's something to hang my hat on. But
tone it down a little bit.
The truth is, Renee, it doesn't mean anything if I don't win the Elimination Chamber on Sunday.
Thank you very much for your time.
So there you go. Rollins upset. Rollins upset that he didn't go the distance. And Rollins wants to win the Elimination Chamber on Sunday night. So we got drift away on Rollins. Out comes Finn Balor. This is where I just started to not even care. I mean, my interest in the match went down after Rollins was eliminated. I mean, I guess everybody was as well, because we were all just in amazement of what Rollins was doing. Elias and Balor, these two are no strangers to one another. Coup de grace to Elias's ribs that were already taped from the big bass guitar that was smashed over his back by Braun Strowman just a week earlier. Balor gets the pin on Elias. He was eliminated from the Gauntlet. Elias cut a promo with Renee Young after he was eliminated, saying that his greatest performance will be when he wins the Elimination Chamber and goes on to main event WrestleMania.
Elias, unlike tonight, this Sunday you're going to have the clear-cut advantage by entering the Elimination Chamber last.
That's right. Going into the chamber, I'll have the clear-cut advantage. You see what I did to Seth Rollins out there? Well, there will be 5 other Seth Rollins at the chamber. Okay, I'll come in, I'll pick up the scraps. Then I'm going to go on to WrestleMania. That's where I'll give the greatest performance of a lifetime on the grandest stage of them all. And that is when the entire world will know what WWE stands for.
We already know what WWE stands for. I would have worded it differently. The entire WWE universe already knows. The entire world will know what WWE stands for, and that would be Walk with Elias. Elias was eliminated by Finn Balor with a coup de grace. Then we get The Miz coming out. Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel come down the ramp. They kind of distract Finn Balor, who thinks The Miz is coming out. Miz comes from behind, then attacks Finn Balor. Miz ends up nailing a skull-crushing finale on Finn Balor for the pin here. So he pinned Finn Balor, eliminating Balor from the Gauntlet match. Finn Balor can't wait to be locked inside the Elimination Chamber to get revenge on The Miz. He says that Dallas and Axel will not be in the chamber. It will be The Miz who's locked inside the chamber with Balor.
Finn, you were very impressive tonight, but unfortunately, due to the Miz Taraj, you were eliminated.
Yeah, Renee. The Miz Taraj did get involved tonight. But on Sunday, the Miz Taraj are going to be locked out of the chamber. And the Miz is going to be locked in with me and 5 other guys. On Sunday, I am going to win the Elimination Chamber, and I am going to go on to face Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania.
Sorry, Balor. Not happening, bro. It's not happening at all. And then the last one, obviously, nobody expected The Miz to beat Braun Strowman here. Braun Strowman comes out. The Miz starts begging Braun Strowman as Braun marches to the ring. He chases The Miz through the crowd. I would not want to have Braun Strowman chasing me. The man is a fucking freight train. Do you see the speed at which Braun Strowman runs? I do not want that man chasing me at all, ever. Chases him through the crowd to the stage, to the production area. Braun then just starts his destruction of The Miz. Braun brings Miz back to the ring, tosses him over the barricade. Braun and The Miz this was a no contest, honestly. The Miztourage tried to provide a distraction here. Miz takes advantage. He actually hit the skull-crushing finale on The Miz, which looked terrible. For a 2 count, Michael Cole went crazy for no reason. The Miz is going to do it. The Miz is going to do it. No, motherfucker. Miz ain't going to pin Braun Strowman with a skull-crushing finale. Miz goes flying out of the ring onto both Dallas and Axel. Miz comes back into the ring, but Braun clotheslines him. Braun with a running power slam for the win. Braun Strowman wins the Gauntlet match. This has a reverse effect here. Everybody's like, well, the last man standing in the Gauntlet match is going to win the Elimination Chamber. No. Roman lost this Gauntlet match, which means he's probably going to win the Elimination Chamber on Sunday. He was the first one eliminated. Roman had no factor in this Gauntlet match. Just going to save him for the Chamber. I honestly think it's going to come down to the Reigns and Strowman dynamic again in the Chamber. I think Cena's going to end up getting eliminated early on. That's just me. But I think it's going to come down to Reigns and Strowman, and Reigns is going to spear himself into WrestleMania. That's my prediction on that. We'll go over that on Friday when we talk about previewing predictions for the Elimination Chamber on Off the Script. After the match, we get Braun being interviewed by Charlie Caruso on his first Chamber match on Sunday. I'm pretty sure Braun is going to destroy a pod or rip a hole in the cage or something along those lines. They'll use some gimmick garbage for Braun Strowman in the Chamber because it's first time ever, right? Braun says he doesn't fear the unknown. He fears nothing. He says the unknown fears him. Braun says he will win on Sunday like he did tonight and that he's coming for Brock Lesnar. Braun asks if the Beastie Boy, I don't know who scripted that line, if the Beastie Boy hears him because Braun isn't finished with him. Braun says Lesnar will get these hands at WrestleMania. Fans pop. Braun asks Charlie Caruso to excuse him as he has unfinished business. Braun marches to the ring and then destroys the Miztourage once again with power slams. Same old shit. Renee Young interviews Asuka in the ring. This was pretty cringe, I have to admit. Asuka looked like she couldn't get the words out of her mouth when she wanted to. Asking about her match with Nia Jax on Sunday at the Elimination Chamber. Asuka says she controls her own destiny. Her destiny is to win the title. They didn't mention the Raw title or the SmackDown title. It's just the title at WrestleMania. She points up to the sign, because everybody has to do it. Regarding Nia Jax's comments on being able to end the streak, Asuka says those are strong words from a strong woman, but she didn't look too strong in their last match. Asuka goes on and says that Nia likes to talk on Sunday, but she will not be talking, she will tap out. Renee scrambles as Nia quietly walked to the ring. Nia taking lessons from Randy Orton here, tiptoeing herself into the fucking ring as if she's a fucking ninja. You know? Nia comes behind Asuka. Asuka felt that big, overwhelming shadow creep behind her, I guess. So she comes to the ring, Randy Orton-esque, looking to pick apart the pieces of Asuka. Asuka starts kicking her. Nia scoops Asuka up and delivers a Samoan drop. Nia hits 3 straight leg drops and talks trash to Asuka's face. And that's that. Asuka probably going to end up beating Nia Jax. We'll talk about that on Friday. We'll talk about it on Off the Script. I don't think Nia Jax is going to get a tap out here or a pin. I think it's going to be something along the lines where they're going to keep Nia looking strong because they've built Nia up decently. You don't want to throw her into a match with Asuka and just kind of ruin that momentum. So I think there's going to be some type of fuck finish here in their match at the Elimination Chamber. The Bar versus Titus Worldwide. Apollo Crews is no more. They took the name Apollo Crews and eliminated Crews. Now he's just known as Apollo. Why? I don't fucking know. I heard rumors that WWE dropped the Crews name because it's the same last name as that fucking degenerate who shot up the Lakeland high school. I don't know his name, but his last name ended in Cruz. So WWE didn't want Apollo Cruz to be affiliated with Cruz, the last name of the killer, in that recent high school shooting. Are you fucking kidding me? What does one have to do with the other? They're not even spelled the same way. The killer's name was spelled C-R-U-Z. This is Cruz, C-R-E-W-S. I'm not even going to complain about it. We complained about fucking Alexander Rusev. Changed it to Rusev. Nobody bitches and moans about that now. We got used to it, right? Antonio Cesaro, right? They got rid of Antonio Cesaro. Now he's just known as Cesaro. Nobody complained about that. We got rid of Elias Sampson, right? Now he's just Elias. Nobody complained about that. This will be a dead fucking topic in 2 weeks. Apollo. Who cares? Who cares? We'll get used to it. It's actually a stronger sounding name, Apollo. Now if they just fucking book him the way he should be booked. The Bar versus Titus Worldwide here. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. It looks like they're holding off the revival match with the Bar. They keep giving these bullshit wins to Titus Worldwide here over the Bar. I don't know why. So this was a non-title match. So they beat the Bar tonight in fuck fashion. And now they're going to get themselves a championship match at the Elimination Chamber. Why? Because WWE needs to flesh out the rest of the Elimination Chamber card. Nobody even knows what the rest of the fucking matches are going to be at the Elimination Chamber. Because WWE doesn't care. The Elimination Chamber match is probably going to be close to an hour itself, if not more. The women's match is probably going to be about 45 minutes. That's 2 hours of a pay-per-view. You don't need much else. What else is happening on this show? There's 4 matches. Plus a Ronda Rousey contract sign. That's what happens when WWE books these pay-per-views with 2 matches and then forgets everything else. Then they want to know why nobody's buying these brand exclusive pay-per-views. Because you booked them like garbage. Sasha Banks, Bayley, Mickie James versus Sonya Deville, Mandy Rose, and Alexa Bliss. Absolution is absolutely awful. They make the women's division worse, actually. Everybody's like, oh my God, Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose now have color schemes to go along with Paige. What, 2 months later? No matter if you dress them in the same color or not. I don't give a shit if you take Mandy Rose's beautiful blonde hair and dye it black to look like Paige. It's not going to make a difference. They're still polar opposites. They are a random pairing that would never get over and have not gotten over. Mandy Rose is terrible. Sonya Deville is terrible. This division is terrible. Why is Alexa Bliss teaming with the women that she fought last week? Why is she going against Mickie James, who she teamed with last week? Does anybody have answers to these questions? No, but I'm supposed to care about an evolution, right? I didn't even pay attention to this match. I didn't pay attention. The only thing I paid attention to was Sasha Banks' knees off the ring apron. Dived onto the floor. I don't know who she was on. I don't know who she took out. I think she took out Sonya Deville. Fuck do I know. Oh, it was Alexa Bliss. Drops Bliss with knees from the apron. It looked brutal. Banks goes back into the ring, unloads on Bliss again. Banks double knees from the corner, but Mandy Rose breaks the pin. Bayley enters, takes Rose out with a side suplex. Bliss rolls Banks up. It's countered. Banks lands hard in the corner. Owen Hart, Bret Hart style hit the ring, hitting the ring fucking turnbuckle. Remember the way Bret Hart used to take those turnbuckle spots? Yeah, it was like that. You thought Bret Hart was fucking dead, going chest first into the fucking top turnbuckle after he was Irish whipped. Remember that? You old school heads will know that. I thought Bret was going to have a fucking heart attack in the middle of the ring every time he got Irish whipped into the top turnbuckle. Banks lands hard in the corner. Bliss looks to put Banks away, but Banks rolls her up into the bank statement. Woo! Champion taps out. More than likely, champion's going to win on Sunday night. There you go. That's Monday Night Raw. Bayley and Banks and Mickie James win. What the fuck do I care, man? I'm getting the hell out of here. Monday Night Raw was pretty much taken up by most of the Gauntlet match. But if you guys listened to what I told you in the beginning of the show, you know, let me know if you agree with me. There might be some underlying agenda with Seth Rollins here, and maybe he's lobbying, or maybe WWE is trying to push him into the main event. Because Roman may end up being exposed. Roman might end up being exposed in the next few weeks. Believe me, after what was leaked today, this guy with this steroid ring, you know, he may be some fucking rat in some jail cell He was just trying to clear his name, but clearly he's got evidence from a lot of people that he dealt business with. And Roman Reigns is one of them. So if Roman Reigns' name is linked to these steroid allegations after his initial first violation, if any of these messages or emails are leaked and Roman Reigns' name is anything to do with this steroid ring and the steroid allegation, and it comes after his first initial violation, this guy is fucked. This guy is fucked. I might make a video on it tomorrow if I'm up for it. Roman Reigns could be looking at 60 days suspension. Roman Reigns could be looking at a possible WrestleMania where he doesn't win the title. He may not even be at WrestleMania. It's going to be in WWE's court to do the right thing. Will they? I don't know. Will they ignore it? I don't know. But if Roman Reigns' name is attached to emails and texts and messages back and forth with this guy like Josh Duhamel was today, Roman's in some serious shit. He's in some serious shit. And then we are all going to look for WWE to do the right thing, no matter who it's with. If it's Roman or an AJ Styles, suspended. And that'll be his second violation. It's going to be very interesting the next couple of weeks. If Roman could be in serious fucking trouble. I'll keep you guys updated on that. Anyway, I'm getting the hell out of here. Thank you guys so much. Remember, Dana Brooke sucks. Dana Brooke is awful. The women's division is god-awful. It's dreadful. And the Elimination Chamber's on Sunday. I will let you guys know my predictions on Fridays off the script. We'll go over the entire card, being that there's not much to go over, but we'll go over. All right, so that's that. Oh, yeah, Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt. What do you want me to talk about it? Who the fuck cares? Dead. I don't give two fucks. JoJo's fat ass, man. JoJo! I am the eater of ass, man. I'm the eater of ass. I'm getting out of here, man. See you guys later.